get that call or when you get that, reach out, that he's doing something special, you're almost like, oh, I got to do this. So sight unseen. But then you get into it and you're like, what a crazy movie. I got to do this, right?
Well, I actually, I mean, David is a very, very, very old friend of mine. We became very close when we were 14 years old and have maintained a friendship. So I actually was a rare when he was writing this book.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the book was done, the next thing was turning it into a screenplay and years of trying to get it made. And then at the last minute, I was actually in the middle of shooting my TV show last 2 years ago. When he's like, it just came together, it was like, it just like boom. And, I asked the producers, they gave me a Monday and a Friday off. We shot through a weekend. So I didn't really have time to marinate. Let me look at the script. It was totally different. But with David, I don't even have to read it. The answer is yes, if he wants me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Well, during that quick time, do you have a favorite memory from the set? Something that just kind of stood out to you as like, oh, I'm always going to remember this.
It's funny. I hadn't worked with David since Californication.
Yeah.
And so of course I was ready to go. I'm happy. And I flew in after work. It was a really shitty hotel. And I slept maybe 1 hour.
Oof.
And I had to go to work for a big, obviously we're crunching the whole role into a very short period of time because of my shooting schedule. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to screw this up and I'm going to be grumpy and I'm tired and me. And I just had a ball. I mean, at the end of the day, and plus David's fast and fun. And we just had a ball and it came out great. And who cares about sleep? It was just, so I can't even remember what the question was, but that's the truth.
No, just a good memory, from the set.
Oh, that is it. Yeah, that it was just the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Well, I mean, you always seem like you have a good time. In fact, your career is kind of enviable because you've done just like a little bit of everything and you've been able to do so much. And people look up to that and they think, oh, well, that's what I want to do. So what kind of advice do you give to people that want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, don't follow in my footsteps, follow in your own, and that the best thing you can be is you. And you happen to be that right now. And, there's always going to be vast room for improvement, but do it from where you are now. Be yourself and confront it, warts and all, and try to accept yourself, and share it.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, you're like this. My co-host Drew Pearson is one of our great Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame, and he said that I have to ask you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
It's kind of a personal moment. I don't know. I mean, the thing that comes to mind, it's probably inappropriate for me to share it, but well, nah, I think it's not. But it was a moment where everything that made sense said, play it safe.
Yeah.
And but to play it safe would have violated my personal integrity.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to what I started by saying. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what everybody knows. To thine own self be true, and I think that's a recipe for success. That doesn't mean success like you're going to make a lot of money, but personal success like being able to be yourself. I think that's the goal in life is to do that, be more and more yourself.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say something from Monkey Shines.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That
I
monkey
know.
shot.
I hadn't thought about that in a while.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we love the good entry points, but you've been able to do so much. Like I said, and part of it is that mindset. You have such a good outlook and mindset. Is there something you tell yourself that kind of keeps you on the right path, even when things are tough?
No. Well, one thing is I don't mind things being tough.
Yeah.
I feel like it's that like I don't think there's any bad moments. Some are uncomfortable and difficult, but they're all great. So I try to like experience everything fully. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Um,
just my life.
yeah. So what was it that was so special about this movie besides your relationship with David, to where you thought like, I need to readjust my schedule and make this work?
Yeah. What? Well, no, it's because David is so big part of it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it was funny to me. He's polite and we have a very close relationship, but I think that it stays that way out of respect and being thoughtful of each other over many years. And he was like very kind of hemming and hawing. And I know you're shooting, but do you think you? And man, I couldn't. He didn't even have to finish the sentence. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
And I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah.
You
Me
know,
too.
yeah, it's just what a joy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so cool. Well, before
yeah.
we let you go, then what else are we going to see you in coming up? Because I always love it when we get to see you come up with something.
Well, and that's funny. That year I did David's movie, and then a few months later I did my friend Brant Anderson's movie, which should be coming out pretty soon. Which is a movie about refugees called The Stranger's Case, and it's very different. It's hard to watch. It's beautiful, but it's a very hard look at it's excellent. So I got that, and then I'm starting season 12 in a month. Ah,
Oh, man. Yeah.
yeah.
So what a
Okay.
blessing all these things are, right?
Yeah, I'm blessed, lucky
Yeah,
man.
that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being with us for a few minutes. We really appreciate it. We're going to tell everyone to check out the movie. Look forward to talking to you more again soon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay, bye bye.
See you, Paul.